little pieces, feeds the dying light, and brings me back to life. In your eyes, I see something to believe in. Your hands are like a flame, your palms are sweet as pain. Let the darkness lead us into the light. Let our dreams get lost, feel the temperature rise. Baby, tell me one more beautiful lie. One touch and I ignite, like a starship speeding into the night. You and I get lost in the infinite lights. Baby, tell me one more beautiful lie. One touch and I ignite. One touch and I ignite. One touch and I ignite. So alive, your touch is like a daylight, burning on my skin. It turns me on again. You and I, survivors of the same kind, but we're the only ones dancing on the sun. Let the darkness lead us into the light. Let our dreams get lost, feel the temperature rise. Baby, tell me one more beautiful lie. One touch and I ignite, like a starship speeding into the night. You and I get lost in the infinite lights. Baby, tell me one more beautiful lie. One touch and I ignite. One touch and I ignite. One touch and I ignite.
Diamonds are forever, but all we need is just tonight. No monumental tremors that can freeze the speed of light. Just like particles that's falling from heaven all over the stars. Hear you calling for me, hear you calling me on the phone.
Let the darkness lead us into the light. Let our dreams get lost, feel the temperature rise. Baby, tell me one more beautiful lie. One touch and I ignite. I feel the heat as we collide, like a fever that feels alright. So baby, tell me one more beautiful lie. One touch and I ignite. 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 Fireflies, a million little pieces, feeds the dying light, and brings me back to life. In your eyes, I see something to believe in. Your hands are like a flame, your palms are sweet as pain. Let the darkness lead us into the light. Let our dreams get lost, feel the temperature rise. Baby, tell me one more beautiful lie. One touch and I ignite, like a starship speeding into the night. You and I get lost in the infinite lights. Baby, tell me one more beautiful lie. One touch and I ignite. One touch and I ignite. One touch and I ignite. So alive, your touch is like a daylight, burning on my skin. It turns me on again. You and I, survivors of the same kind, but we're the only ones dancing on the sun. Let the darkness lead us into the light. Let our dreams get lost, feel the temperature rise. Baby, tell me one more beautiful lie. One touch and I ignite, tell me one more beautiful lie. One touch and I ignite. I feel the heat as we collide, like a fever that feels alright. So baby, tell me one more beautiful lie. One touch and I ignite. 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 One touch and I ignite.
You ready? That was loud, huh? That looked like it popped up loud. Oh, that's right. All right, I'm gonna have a bit of a headache finding this thing. Let's see. Pop you over here. Excuse me for a moment. I might just need to recreate this because this popped somewhere off screen. So, can I put it back in? Nowhere to be found. All right, so I think we just have to delete it and re-add it. See, does it work? Hey, there we go. We're back. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Strat Chat. All right. Good. Well, I'll move this back off screen. You don't need to see that. Oh, I'm itty bitty. Be like that big for this should be okay. Why esports psychology matters. That's what we're going to be doing later in the week. Why you want to get into it, why it's such a big deal. But we'll throw this off screen for right now. Climbing regimen, we started doing this last week. If you have any questions, pop into the Discord. Make sure that you ask for this. We'll put it into the student space. People will be able to look at files like this to be able to get an idea, a reminder of what we're trying to build here, right? We're trying to make steady, increased growth. We're enjoying the process. These best of threes are fun, right? It's a good way to like get into it and care without burning yourself out. So highly recommend. And if you have questions, as always, feel free to pop them in. So today we're going to be doing jungle pathing, right? The macro, what can you do to influence the game? So we're going to be picking some high influence junglers and a little bit more about farming junglers. But starting off with the high influence junglers like Trundle, Lee Sin, and company that can have high impact in the games. Thank you. We're gonna be playing on. Well, I mean, it's supposed to be our competitive account. We're gonna go in and try to compete with these champions. We want to get jungle as often as possible, so we're gonna queue jungle mid. Sometimes it's okay if you're a bot laner to go like bot lane support, but whatever your role is, generally you just want to put middle as your second role to have the best chance of getting your main role. talking with the performance psychologist about one of our clients, setting up a plan and like what to do, you know, defining what a win is. If you're practicing, then your defined win can be a measurable thing, or a, you know, you try to figure out what your mindset is. It can be whatever spectrum you're in, whatever arena you're in. You can try to make a plan for how to approach a game, so you can say this was a win, I did well, and then like really enjoying the process of getting there. All right, this champion's fantastic into our roster. Just going to go with the first recommender to make things the most applicable as possible. Everything makes sense too, as far as attack speed. We might make subtle changes based on how much we need, like tenacity, for example. But Trundle is one of the safest first pick junglers you can take. Kick some ass early. We're going to kick butt, take names. High mobility champions that can dash are usually Trundle's big weaknesses. Someone that can get away, someone that has an in and an out, like Rakan, can actually be a bit of a problem, because if we ult him while he's going in on his in button, he can still press out, but that'll be okay. We've got approach velocity to try to mitigate that. We're going to try to wall off his teammates, whether or not he has it. Trundle is another good counterpick into, or Vayne is another good counterpick into Trundle. The extra move speed will be very nice against him. We might go for water walking to try to make sure that we can dominate these early fights, especially if the jungle matchup can be swung. It is a Fiddlesticks who we don't have a tough time sticking to, especially since they stand in one place. We can hit perfect pillars against them. Pillars can want to come out after he starts channeling. Triumph makes a lot of sense. We'll kick his butt. We've got Charm, Fear, Stun, and another Charm. So I think that the tenacity is going to carry a lot of weight this game. Let's do that. Our jungle matchup is magic, and the people that are most likely to contribute are all magic. So we're going to swap over to MR. I don't know if I've got allergies or if I'm getting sick, but excuse me if I have to blow my nose a lot. Just this thing, it just won't go away. How's the stream quality? Everything looks good? Everybody on Kick, say hi. Hi and Kick, what's up? Facebook, family, everybody, friends, how you doing? We're also live on Twitter. We're thinking about joining on LinkedIn, since the Twitter stream isn't really participating that much. We might go into LinkedIn and try that out. Let me know if you think that's a good idea. And then, of course, we've got the standouts. We've got YouTube and Twitch to round out the posse. So here we go. You can see lots of magic damage. The majority of the damage that's going to affect us is all magic. Trundle has no problem in clearing, so he'll be good. Blitz, I'm not a huge fan of Blitz, especially since it adds the overlay in the jungle actually kind of messes me up, but we'll try to do it. It's good for you guys. It's good for you to see what those camps are. We do have a Renekton versus Darius. This guy's a one-trick Renekton, so although he would normally lose this matchup, he's definitely going to be vying for competition, and he'll know a little bit more about where to be in the endgame fight. So we're going to try to facilitate that, see if we can get Renekton ahead. He does have, if we can get Darius ahead. He does have exhaust, which means he may be looking to sway these fights a little bit. Alright, early bits. Fiddlesticks. We want to see where Fiddlesticks is starting. Fiddle has no access to a sweeper early, although oftentimes we used to get control wards with their first buy, but that's not possible with the new jungle items. So we can exploit that by getting this early ward out. Looks like he wants to find out whether or not this is a safe spot or not. I'm just going to go ahead and ward that right away. We'll see if he pings it. It looks like he noticed it, and that's fine. Now, this trick isn't as good as it used to be as far as changing your early game item, but it's still fine. You don't quite get the impact where you could show up at 130 and still be able to sweep. So let's see. We've got a topside heavily volatile matchup. Now we have double scaling in bot lane, so it's much more going to be about swinging this top lane matchup, which is why we're going to pay a visit up here. I don't really need a leash. I'd rather them push. I'll take the one buff from Sona. That's good enough. This way, so it steps away. Good. I want the minimum here. Alright, and most aggressive pathing... Oh, please don't see me. Most aggressive pathing to get to top is actually going to be blue into Gromp. Sometimes we'll skip blue, go Gromp, and then come back. This is better for respawn timers. But since we're going to have plenty of camps to clear on the second roundabout, we're going to be okay to do this. I didn't mention, but we're keeping an eye on whether or not they're leashing. We're going to get an idea of where their jungler is starting. I completely forgot to look at the ward at the start of the game because I was talking. That's my bad. I need to do better with that. Alright, so now we're ready for a gank. Actually sneak into this wave because of where the minions are. And also get all the way down here. We've got his flash. Now we can let the Darius decide what to do with the rest of this wave. We can also go fight the Fiddlesticks if we find an opportunity to do so. This guy's going to definitely come here and clear. There we go. He's on cooldown, and we got his trinket ward down. Now we're going to set up and hover for the Darius because he's low on health. He does have a potion, but he should have used it already. We're going to threaten the Renekton by hanging out here. Just going to go for a little trade and pop right back out. So we forced the Fiddlesticks to come up top off of 3 camps, which means he probably just did these 3 camps. I didn't notice if he had a red buff. That would have been an optimization for me. Now we're going to go and check this out. What's up, guys? Wizardess Kimberly, how you doing? Sorry to interrupt the stream, but I was wondering if you'd be interested in custom designs. I am always up for it. If you look at the design that's on gigagamingacademy.com, that has like a pyramid with a halo and a sunburst on top, if you can improve on that, that's my open interview. Anyone who's willing and able to improve on that has a potential spot with us at the academy as a designer. So that's the challenge. Darius does not know what he's capable of. Oh, this is risky. I didn't get my extra auto attack off. RIP. Darius, okay, need a little bit better. It's okay though, it is what it is. You're willing to take up the challenge? That's great. Awesome. Good luck. I wish you well. I dub thee a knight of the Giga Gamers. This is really bad that we spent that much time up on the Darius and he did not know what to do with that lead. So we're going to try to mitigate, try to shadow Fiddlesticks. We do want to get into Fiddle's jungle whenever we can, especially with good vision that we have here. Definitely want to fight this guy. Level 4, we're going to be okay. They've done 5 camps. They're still level 4. How did they get 4 on 5? Presumably by hovering the same amount of experience windows that we did. All right, mid lane versus R8. We're just trying to focus this, but you see how we're constantly hovering over the lanes. Clearing is only when there's nothing else to be done. A little trick for Trundle because he's gaining so much health off of these experiences. Here we go. Looking for this fight. Can I actually trap him? No, muscling him off is more than enough for right now. Now I can actually take a recall and then go straight up to top, and that would be kind of unpredictable. Unfortunately, this guy is clowning on our Darius, so we may actually have to give up on that plan. Maybe start looking at bot. Bot is pushing in. We should see some spell rotations that are going towards hitting them. We have an Echo down here as well, who is level 6. It looks like the pings have come in. Alright, let's just crash it and go for an all-in. Echo take aggro. Like he's looking for it. Alright, he's going to pick up his wave. That's fine. That should give me some time to pick up this blue buff. I want them to stack this wave and crash it. Darius needs to find a way to get out of this situation. Here we go. Come Echo. This would be in high elo. You wouldn't have a problem synergizing these plays. Okay. No, we're not going to get it. They're not looking for it. Okay. I asked them to do it. No big deal, though. Alright, so we're going to be really far behind all over the place. Alright, this Herald belongs... Oh my god, he got the shutdown by himself. That's incredible. This Herald belongs to the Fiddlesticks. I don't know why he would continue going in there. Overestimating the power of his Conqueror, not realizing that Conqueror doesn't matter if you get crowd controlled. Looking bot, we see that this over-aggression over here. Can we punish it or no? They executed a really good dive. I actually probably could have come straight over here. We do have our flash. With boots, we actually would have gotten that one as well. But that's okay. This one's dead, so we can come straight over to Dragon. We know that Fiddlesticks is top side of the map. We see that their ward is here based on the minions following us, so we could just turn it off. Actually I absolutely want this guy to come in here. Yep, we're good. Got him. No doubt. Now we've got numbers. Echo can push out the mid lane and rejoin us. That'll be good. Sona's coming over. We got lanes pushing in every direction. This is the optimal situation to take a dragon, right? Alright, do we go straight over to Herald? Maybe. Fiddlesticks might have taken a little bit of a reprieve. If Echo can push this, then I can get this. It's a little bit scary though, with Darius Renekton being the strong side of the map, Renekton being much, much stronger than the Darius here. We can't contest. And we have an ult down. Alright, so we'll just get out of this side of the jungle, no big deal. We'll give it to them. No, no, no. You leave it. We go to the other side. I'm going to go take some camps away. We're just going to get this camp to reset. We don't even need all the gold from it. We just want to make sure that it's going the way of the dodo. And we have a control ward here. Oh, but we want to have a fight. They seem to be much more comfortable with their dives. So here we go. We'll see if we can't get a bit of an angle. Don't go in too early. Don't go in too early. Too early. still had this. All right, so this is gone now. Echo hopefully gets to clean that up because this guy has no more tools. We should be able to get that assist. Beautiful. All right, this team has a lot of crowd control, so Merc Treads will definitely be the way. Here, and we'll save up our money for the Tiamat. All right, level 9 versus level 7 with a 39 CS lead. That is trouble. Looks like Echo's got this. No. Had Ignite out. Have to give up these camps. That's okay. Now this is a jungle camp that you can move around. It attacks. It is one of the few camps in the game that attacks faster than you at the beginning of the game. So absolutely you want to be kiting this camp. Move it around. We're going to take a look at Fiddlestick's blue buff again since we have the timer and he does not. But we have a little problem, which is that control word right here. So we'd like to be able to pop over that wall. Let's create a fight here. We have Sona. Sona ult, thank you. Go front to back, that's okay. I have to back up to make sure I don't die here. We got the Rakan, and Vayne went in, which means we should get some more damage. Now I can come heal up over here. I could go after the Scuttle as well. Further. Looks like she's using some cooldowns over here, which is nice. She's using cooldowns on the Scuttle Crab. That's ideal for us. Couldn't quite. Okay. They moved their control ward. Alright, that's fine by me. Fine by me. There's 150 gold spent there. Now I'm just going to put a second point into W early since we're a little bit farming. Some of the lanes are behind. It's less about impacting the lane. We want to kind of get our own lead right now. They're all playing a little bit more defensively. If we were going to be fighting through the lanes more, then I'd be getting another point in E right away. There is a case for getting more points in E right now. Stay here. Stay here. Alright, that's an ultimate. That's the Fiddlesticks jumping in. How did we not have vision over here? Okay. Alright, they're setting up for Dragon. They've won the prio on the Dragon. That's okay. I'm going to go into the enemy side's jungle here. Going straight there, okay? Bot already has the push. There's nothing to accomplish in the southern quadrant. You don't want to contest for this dragon. There's nothing to be gained. We're just going to see them take it, and that's fine. We are not taking it. Sure. This is where that second point in the W comes up, right? I'm just going to use it to traverse the map a little bit quicker. It looks like they are delaying the take, which is actually fine for us. Makes it a little bit riskier for coming up here. We don't have perfect information on where they are. The Varus needs to back off. Alright, Fiddle recently took these camps. So we're going to go for a strong side play onto Renekton. He is ahead, Gore Drinker, and parts of Phage. This is really weak, but maybe we can get a bait, a turn. So much damage. He missed. Don't die. That's bleeding. It's enough. Yes, we got him. Beautiful turnaround kill. All right, let's get this wave all the way in. I'll tank it for the Darius. And the rest of the team's fighting a dragon, which is perfect. Means we get to take this. Why is my team a dragon, guys? Going straight here, are they going to be able to get me in time? I think they will if they come straight over. They might get distracted by this turret, which is great news. There's the Renekton. We're just getting out here. Hey, how come my spike didn't work here? I'm dead. The Vayne. Well, we got Herald. I baited my team into a fight, which is obviously terrible. We do have Sona front to back here. Should be okay. If we had an item, maybe we can contest something, but... And you know what? I've got this as well. If we still have shutdown gold, I actually really want to put it in mid lane. Maybe I should just put it right there. Team is resetting though, so I don't want to come back into where they're strongest. I want to come out. This is already slow pushing for me. Don't need to touch this wave. Now taking camps close to the minion wave whenever you can is always bonus. Got a double stacked wave here, which is fine for Varus to come out. People are showing up mid. Varus should never be coming to this lane. How much progress have we made? Enough. Enough where we'll be able to take this turret if they don't contest, which it looks like they're not. May even be able to take 2 turrets with this. Start intercepting the next wave because we can see right here. So we're going to start attacking this, moving it up. As much splash damage as possible. And we get another charge, and we may actually get even more from this. We're going to get another turret. Enemy team is not backing versus a Trundle. I need to keep this thing alive. We keep it alive, it's going to get another charge. I'm going to get another base out of this. We're making lemonade, folks. Ah, he got the smite off. What a champ. Okay. Well, that was huge for us. That was absolutely monstrous for us. So we can come clean up this fight now. Oh, team's not ready. Team's not pushing, so I'm going to die in the river. Basically what that's supposed to mean. Whether or not it actually means that, we'll see. Just gonna straight up give him the camp. I don't have my Pokemon evolved yet. Or let's see, the east west quadrant clear will be enough. So we've actually gotten our team back into the game with all that gold that we got, and there's a big wave in the bot side that we can pick. Looks like Echo's gonna go pick it up, which is great. Now you can actually run that camp all the way over here and splash it down while you clear this. Fiddle ult. Sorry, ult. Too far up without your team. Varus down bottom is everything going wrong. He's got people do not have basic macro knowledge, so we're gonna have to assume that the enemy team is also lacking some basic knowledge, and maybe we can find a punish somewhere. Nice. There we go. Basic macro knowledge is missing from Vayne. Vayne's death timer is going to coincide with this coming up, so we're absolutely going to take this. No Ari Fid Vayne. So we absolutely can take this. Oh, that would have been so sick if he could have gotten that. So Rakan almost definitely got some wards in. Let's see if we can get something a little deeper. They did clear my ward out. Oh, they went Baron, smarties. Okay. I did not think they'd be able to do that with Vayne gone. But Fiddlesticks is a beast. Hopefully they come into us. That would be great. Ari has no... There we go. I guess that was her ult, right? That was ult and flash. That was a huge mistake. Gonna stop the team from joining. Everything on Vayne. Alright, my defenses are gone. You have to stop this guy from joining. There's a flash Q. We were not able to connect with the Vayne. Ugh. Alright, not bad. We could have done a little bit better. What are we going to do to this team? Trinity Force Static Shift. Really going full meta here with the Vayne. Thornmail is not going to be that good. Closing attack speed is okay. Extra health. I mean, Spirit Visage fits in and it's going to mitigate some of their damage. That's pretty good. I think that's where we have to start. Other options are things like Sterix Gauge, Titan. Well, we can't go Titanic. That's a fiddle going on. And we wipe. Okay, it happens. We really wanted to consolidate that kill up in the top lane at level 2. That comes down to champion mastery. Not much we can do about it, and that's okay. We got the things that we wanted to do. We got a 3-camp gank. We forced the Fiddlesticks into a bad path, and then we were able to affect lanes first, but everyone was independently losing. Echo did fine. We'll give them the nod. But then didn't rotate, right? So we need to have a little bit of everything. But for us, our measurables, did we do our job yet? We did okay. We could have done some things a little bit better, playing a little bit better mechanically. Not too upset with how the fight against Renekton went at level 1. We can do a little bit more. But Fiddlesticks is going to be a tough one, right? Because he can just fear us and walk away. There are options to level 1 gank a Fiddlesticks. Right, you kind of guess where they're going to path, and that was on me. Losing my focus at the beginning. I had the ward down, but then I have to find out where are they actually starting, right? And use that knowledge of where they start to get an idea of where they're going and create an exploit from there. How's that? Is that a good title? This game, we're going to go through, try to do similar principles, but we're going to get less talking involved. We're try to reiterate with play so we can focus a little bit better. Trundle Ash is a fantastic combination. It can give Ash the added bonus on slowed targets right off the bat. Also helps me to get in and get out. We can also do something like Jarvan to trap people. We'll try to stick it to Trundle. Pantheon will also give us good setup. We could be... There's actually a lot of options that you can do. When you have point-click routes like this, Trundle isn't necessarily the best. Someone like Jarvan can be better, who has follow-up CC. Trundle is going to be good at closing the distance, and then if they try to flash, then we can put the wall on the other side of them. So we can look for that. But with such good setup right now, this is much better for continuation CC like Jarvan. Jarvan also has some other bonuses going for him. But we'll stick to this. What's up, Bluey Dewey? How you doing? You played really well, dude. Well played. The difference in mobility was really crushing that bot lane. You guys were doing such a good job on Vayne Rakan, kind of juggling in and out on the fights. It was very hard for Varus Sona to make up for that. I could have maybe tried to get it, but Rakan, we talked about it in the pregame, Rakan is a really big problem for Trundle because he's got two buttons. People who only have an in or only have an out, both are okay for Trundle, but when they have the in and the out, they can choose how to dash around the pillar. So you did a great job of exploiting that. Thank you. Well, that's my job. You picked last, I believe. I picked near the front. I definitely traded up. I think you were picking right here. We were blue team, and I picked first or second. The other bad thing about Trundle into Vayne is one of the best AD carries. So we spoke about it when the draft came up. When you pick Vayne Rakan, that really is like I gotta stay away from this lane, but it's also gonna be a problem no matter how we cut it. Because in those fights, Trundle can never stick to Vayne because Vayne gets her Q cooldown on the same cooldown as Trundle. So basically every time that I would try to slow you, you'll always be able to dash away. Not only that, but the pillar can be used against me at the wrong time, right? Like I pull out the pillar, you reposition, and then once we're there, boom, dash. Or you can use E-Flash as a way to pin me. And even though I'm stacking up resistances, Vayne doesn't care, right? So Vayne is just a very natural counterpick to Trundle. That bot lane played very, very well to make it happen. I don't know, pick Poppy and Rakan as garbage. Yeah, it's true. It's true. But we're trying to go over different flexible plays that you can do as junglers to get through the start of the game. So let's see. On their team, we've got some CC. Yeah, a decent amount of CC. Fine, going like this. We can get information on Rammus's start. Good Rammuses will start Raptors, although most people in this ELO are going to start with a leash. So we're just going to pop a ward over here quickly and see if we can get that info. Opening wards, last 90 seconds, okay? So when you see it, the derived information is as good as anything else. Pop this ward out. You could wait, and ideally if you're playing with a team, they give you some amount of cover, and you can do like late invades and things like this. This is very stock, standard, generic, you know, find out where they're starting and then make a plan. But even better would be early level 1 aggro, especially like we've got Nami, Ashe, Trundle, Pantheon. Our level 1's insane. Rammus is garbage, Ryze is garbage, Nasus is garbage. So we easily could have created a plan to go in. And as you get middle ELO, people are capable of these. They are, at least will go, but they won't know what to do, right? People aren't going to bring sweepers. They're not going to check the right boxes. I'm just going to have my team go get Cryo. I don't want them to know where I am. Maybe I will. All right. They're going to leash. Fine. They're going to leash. If they leash, this does mean that because of my known start position, if their jungler is paying attention, then they might make a plan that might actually be wrong. Right? Because I'm going to go top for a 245 start. Alright, looks like they're leashing as well. So he's here. Definitely not here. We're going to keep our eyes peeled for a moment and see whether or not Rammus shows up here in the next 45 seconds. If they do, then we'll count their camps. You can see at this one logging out. It's going to finish at about 2 minutes. And we haven't seen Rammus yet, which kind of rules out the red into Raptors starts. And the fact that we saw in a leash from bot lane means that we're fairly confident that they leashed here and that we can make a plan to exploit. Now, for example, right here, let's see, what do we have from a wave? We have a teleport already from Nasus. So based on this, Pantheon actually has a good timer to come invade with me. It doesn't look like he's going to look to do it. It looks like he's going to go and try to get a recall in. But because we saw no one come through this path at all, that means that we should have a good avenue to fight Rammus. Rammus, our pillar, can knock him out of his role. So we're definitely trying to pick a fight right here. Might just start off by taking this because he's definitely on his raptors. We're going to hide the W so he doesn't know that we're here. There's the Rammus on 3 camps like we thought. He's coming up for his raptors, which means after we kill this camp, we're going to go kill him. Alright, we're going to start our resource, wait for mid to actually arrive. We're going to pin the Rammus in here. I could have smitten that. Oh my god, my thing auto acquired. And we get our kill. So now we've got Rammus dead. Ezreal's got the push. Rise left, which means he can't contest. They even got kills in bot lane, and they will not be punished. So everyone's winning, means that we can go and start camping the Nasus here. Just going to go up right away, because I've already pinged to this guy, and he's already going in, so I'm not even going to wait. Pantheon got it without me. Perfect. If he freezes that wave, then he's got checkmate. He's stronger already, and he's got a wave coming back to him. That's checkmate in these lanes. Now Rise has lost a couple of resources, so we're going to go and look at ganking him now. Alright, spells on cooldown. We're in. We'd love to give, but we can't give him a chance at another spell rotation. Now this is an important part that a lot of junglers don't do. You want to push the lane to help the Ezreal get a better recall timer. I didn't mean to take that guy out. Now, Rammus is on 20 camps, which means that he's done one extra one, apart from the Raptors that he already got credit for. So he took bot Scuttle. That's okay. Let them know that this ward is here. Ashe is very far forward, so I kind of actually don't even want to take this camp. Not even going to take it. Just going to go Shadow right now. Because she's way up, considering that it's just her. Now I can go in Shadow for this play, and she can bait. Well, our bot lane's been winning, which means that they probably do not have vision in these bottom bushes. Should be okay for me to get in. I can go all the way around. Not anymore. This one would see me right here. I should go for a trade. I can pin the Misfortune. That would be ideal. Alright, we got the Renata. Get me out, get me out, get me out. Got him. Alright, so now they've got a freeze here too if they choose to take it. It looks like Ashe doesn't know, and that's okay. She's trying to push. It's tempting to help her push out to get a really good back off. But because this wave is already coming in, there's no real benefit. We can't get enough done in time. It's all about time, right? Like, what's the... Now, they have a stacked wave, which gives them protection. They'll be able to keep on pushing with no potential for retaliation. This also gives me time to get Raptors, come back, take red. They'll get their recall, and I'll already be in position. If I want to take it, I'm going to try to get red and then recall, I think. Top lane is already going tremendously well. It's snowballing for us, so no real considerations there. So now it's just my job to consolidate the wins, right? We're already winning. We've done our job. Turn everything into global wins, and then we're good. There's the Rise. Good thing we hovered. Guy's ulting on top of his head. What kind of cooldowns? Now this is a little bit more dangerous. Nasus is inting for Q stacks. Ghost as well. Oh, Q flash, W flash, I don't know about that. Now, this is still checkmate. Pantheon can just hold this freeze. He can also just take a recall right now because Nasus has no resources. He's got this and this. His teleport's coming back up. Oh, but Ezreal just takes the kill anyways. Well played. Careful of Rise. So you know what? I'm going to skip my camps right now. I'm going to come straight up. Gonna fight for this scuttle crab. This will give me enough time to get the Rift Herald and then come back to get my camps, right? No rush to get these camps yet. The only thing I'll be missing out on is level 6 to start this, which, you know, does matter. Maybe I turn around and actually get this Grom for maximum experience. Try to get an eye on what they're doing. This will hit 6, and then we'll come over here for Rift Herald. We don't quite get it on spawn. The fact that we didn't stay for that push would have been the difference between hitting level 6 right on time and not. Since we don't, we want to make sure we're 6 for this fight. Rammus is hard countered by Trundle. This guy self-counterpicked. Anytime that he gets his Aftershock on and I cast my R afterwards, I will get all of his bonuses. And then when his Aftershock wears off, then he's going to be a negative. So we're actually just going to steamroll this guy. Top lane's looking juicy. Oops. Miscalculated. There will be an alert that we're nearby. He's going to see that. He's going to try to shove, but he's too late. Going to be able to slow him down. Oh, he even didn't notice. Okay. That's a red buff. I misplaced my E. Whoops. Alright, so we get the push in. That's okay. That's a prize in and of itself. We can go pick up the aggro as well. And we can do this. I'll just take the aggro. Separate the two of them. I screwed the pooch on this one, folks. It's alright. We do get to spend some gold. Pantheon hit the turret, as did I. Unfortunately, he got hit under turret with the taunt active. Now, red buff's not for 2 minutes. We've got Dragon on that side of the map. We are fairly strong. There is an argument for going straight to Dragon. But this is the most consistent. Gonna ping off of the Rammus because he's on almost definitely on that side of the map. Rise could have been teleporting behind them, so this aggression that they have, yeah, there you go. Gonna smite so I can get there on time, or at least have a chance of getting here. It's probably not gonna happen, but at least by being on this side of the map, we should be able to contest any types of dragon takes. Check for vision. Going up this far right now, it's okay because we still see the two in the bot lane. There's the Rise. Rise is trying to make a play on Ashe. She's overplaying again. Not the first time. But Ezreal's ulting perfectly. And we're going to come turn this fight around. Just going to push the wave so we can go take the dragon. Easy play. Oh no, did we turn top? Be a pain in the butt. Alright, so let's keep the pace of the game up high. Ash was doing that all off of one item. Wait, she still hasn't shopped. She's memeing. Okay. Completed Kraken Slayer. Beautiful. I don't recommend that. You know, totally fine, but you're missing out on spikes. But that's what we saw. Like, they were just kind of blindly pushing, not really considering what wave states were. There are a lot of winning positions that they could have taken for themselves. Ezreal's taking a recall. It's a basic wave, so we're just going to shove it in. Kind of give them protection this way. Rise might not have flash. I'm also the same level as him, but I don't have completed Ravenous Hydra, so I'm just going to guard this wave. Make sure he's not trying to push it all the way in. If he does, we'll pick it up for ourselves, and that's fine. I'm going to actually hold this for the Ezreal. If he knows what to do with it, great. Then we just have a beautiful winning position here. Pantheon's looking to stretch somewhere else. Rise should be looking to capitalize on bot lane. Take his stats after he ults. Calm down. And we got the kill, which means we get Herald. Herald will be a fast back. Actually, we might just pop it right away. Looks like Panther will be able to take this on his own. Rammus is going for wards, which means we have nothing to worry about. Doing this, by the way, just by moving in counterclockwise circles. I can actually look at the map without actually looking at the Rift Herald, and I know that I'm popping the eye. A little trick you can do. Oh, do we put more points in? Oh, there we go. We have an engage from Rammus. That's going to be a kill, unfortunately. It was a flash. Yep, I saw it. Alright, so same thing as before. Might actually be able to pin this guy to the turret. That's okay. Do we have a play in bot? Probably not. Diving? Diving. Yes, I see it. I love it. 42 seconds on me. I'll have Rift Herald. I don't have Ravenous, though. That's a pretty big problem with trying to execute this. I am going to try to make it happen. Pop this in here to get vision. Gonna pick up the wave. My team. Where's my team? Why aren't they crashing? There we go. A little bit discoordinated. Maybe I was a little bit too early on the drop. I expected them to be able to get that push in. Alright, we'd like to get Hydra plus what? Right, very, 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 very deep. Alright, Nasus showing aggression over here. Ezreal not planning for that. Not realizing that Nasus wins 1v1s against marksmen all day long. It's what he does best. Now, all of them are showing bot, which means I'll be able to take this turret as well. I really need to get a shop off. Now, they are coming for me, so exit stage left. Now, 1300. We're actually approaching territory where we might have a second item ready for us, so very tempting to go for this. Trinity Force is unfortunately very expensive from here. I think we're just gonna have to go Hydra and move on from there. No, no, no. Oh no. If you die here, that would be highly unintellectual. Okay, 3,000. Oh my goodness. It's tempting to get so many different things from this position. Making a play up on Nasus. So they've got enough strength here to handle this on their own. Fortunately, Pantheon's kind of lost at what to do, it looks like. Which means that our plane is probably farmed for Trinity Force. Oh, why did they come around that way? I don't think we can get any other kills, so this is the kill we get. Ezreal should come take this. Or Pantheon, actually Pantheon. Now we could be looking for a push. Someone's teleporting. Means that we have a kill angle here. Pantheon just ulted on his head. Missed. Okay. This guy went full aggro. Alright, Gale Force Static Shiv is kind of trolling. Fortunately, it looks like he's keen to mid lane rotating over, so yep. Go, 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 go. He's going in again? Oh my goodness, really? That was his flash. Oh, he flashed out. Okay, we do this. We do this. No, 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 they're not doing it. Rip. Gotta learn how to win. This is how to win. A static Shiv Ezreal needs to be careful. Oh no, it's on cooldown. Ooh, troll. Why would I ever farm my topside when I had 4,000 gold? Because if I get to 43, then I can get that Trinity Force too. It was potentially bad, right? Could have gone out. Wanted to get the respawns on the timer so that when I shopped, then I go and contest bot, and then we can get some more out of it. Like, this is uncontested, guys. Need one. Just one. Doesn't matter who it is. Can be Nami. Got stuck. Oh yeah. Why would you predict? Just let him get slowed again. Okay. There he is. Did we not get it off? We did get it off. We could have continued this fight much better. Nasus is still in the wrong spot. They're down flashes. This is another chance to go Baron. Team's not going to do it. We can take Dragon. This is what they want to do. We got a kill, that's okay. Low yellow is usually allergic to Baron. They also don't know really what to do with it to be best. Really? I thought I was on the other side of that. That's too bad. So let's see, how much CC do we have? We've got Ashe, we've got Pantheon. Anathema's meh. We may end up in that pattern, right? She's pretty low and she's going lethality, so with some amount of base armor and health, we should be able to just outscale this. Alright, they want to in for Dragon. This will be another case where Baron's free. Dragon just does not need to be taken. We haven't gotten any meaningful advantage right here. We don't have pushing lanes anywhere. We don't have any claim to this territory. We have to push mid some more. Alright, mid's pushing. That's good. Oh, I gotta go. Got our stat resets. We're good. Do we get any kills here? Might be willing to come back in. Usually I just want to push here. Use Hydra on the wave and get the wave pushing. Get some health back. Won't be able to stack this again. Peel for my team. I got taunted, so I'm going to die. That was my death for Ezreal. If you're playing a carry, you don't want to do that. If you're playing a support, that's totally fine. Medusa Top King, my friend directed me to your channel. Was wondering if you'd take me to Challenger next, but I'm currently a GM OTP Vlad. That'd be a fun adventure, man. That'd be sick. Who sent you? It's one split is a pretty short timeline, but we can definitely get you to improve and start climbing the restaurant. If you're already GM, then it's not going to be that hard to get that much further. Fire? Okay, sweet. Nice. Yeah, I was just talking to Fire the other day. That would be a fun project. Who do you use as a resource for your Vlad comp, or are you the resource? I don't want to fight this. I want my team to come though. Come right. So he popped over. Oh, we're just gonna get more random Rammus engages. Basically, we're supposed to be here to shadow this, but they're just not even supposed to be up that far. So Trundle can counter Rammus, because he can pop him out of this. I can kill him during this duration. Make sure to not get hit. Okay, we've got all of our stats here. Gonna go after the Rise, skip the Rammus. Block. Couldn't block. Rammus is still cleaned up. And we have Nasus still pushing. We got problems, guys. I got myself into 0 LP Master with only Vlad, like 1.1 games. Once you hit Masters, you started getting help from Elite. Nice. You've probably put in all the hard work. The rest of the stuff is usually just mental training. That's the difference between those top echelons. We're pivoting over into push. Don't think we can actually get progress on here. Rammus is still showing. Nasus is there. Alright, we can actually draw them top. If they're coming up here, no chance of ending. Fortunately, Ashe keeps on overstaying. Now, not realizing how much of a threat the Nasus and Rammus are to you. Gonna take a ride over. We're gonna pop into this guy's head. Oh, we missed. Damn. Faster hands might have had that. Alright, so we did get some money. Getting this inner turret put 1,000 gold in our pockets. So we do have a chance to come back into this. The question is going to be, how do we front for our team here? What do we want? It's probably something along the lines of Sterix Gauge or one of these. Force of Nature would be great as well, right? They've got a lot of residual. I'm going to go with just the base for now. Figure out what to do that in. Could also become, honestly, it could become a Hull Breaker. My team needs to stop like going after farm. That's the problem here. No real engage. She did not need to cast that, fortunately. We're just going to stay with them because we need to have the pillar. They're showing that they're not really thinking about how much of a threat Nasus. This is a kill. There's the Rammus. We need to be able to get on him. Nope, just too far. We're not going to get this. We just got pulled too far apart. It's just really bad team fight shape. And unfortunately, we had checkmate in all of our lanes. All we needed to do was kind of like play a little bit more patiently, make it so that they don't have Ryze and Rammus to get on top of us, then we'd be fine. You even had opportunities for Proving Ground for Academy? That's sick, dude. Normally they're very stingy about giving that to one tricks because it's too easy to ban you out, but if the talent's there, then that's fantastic. So a good coach would be your push. Dude, I'm excited. I'm pumped. That's got to be an exciting time. Let me see if there's any saving this game, and then we'll talk. Go on Ryze, because Ryze is the damage. And then we'll sack off the Rammus. Ah, we couldn't get him. We get Renata. This is a mistake by the Renata. Good job peeling by the Rammus. 2 people dead. We have to make our Hail Mary here. This is our chance. We should put the AP Ezreal onto picking up waves, and I should get a DPS with me. And I don't think that's going to happen this game. Alright, me and Nami, this is all it gets. This is all we take. We all we got. We all we need. How do you even end up there? I don't know. Luckily, the other team doesn't know what this is either, so I think we're going to be okay. Alright, we can have our pillar ready. Alright, we engage immediately onto the Nasus. No, he's going to peel away, right? Congrats, guys. You got a dragon. We got significantly more than you. Yeah, working on your champ pool is a good one, too. Not really too much of an OTP, but I'm def better at Vlad. Oh, I get you. Okay. So Vlad main. Eee, we just missed again. We have to go on Misfortune here. We're stuck. Alright, we'll take the stats and hopefully it's enough, but it won't be. Spirit Visage plus the ultimate is a very nice synergy, but guy's too big. We missed our opportunity, kinda. Oh, he's trapped? He's trapped? Too much armor, 1v9.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed. An ally has been slain. Enemy killing spree.
We don't have a team. Alright, hallelujah, Rambo play. I'm gonna bait, try to stall him for as long as possible, trap you in. It was worth a try. Last season was 1.1. Oh, Okay, got you. 1.1 games on Vlad and 16 on Victor. 15 and 1 though, important to know. So was it because Vlad got banned or because Victor was just like the right pick? And you'd be surprised if that's what you do in a season, then even if you were that good at all the other champions, sometimes we can kind of lose track of that. But it's good that the baseline is still there. Nami was a good teammate. She played great. We could have done a little bit more this game. Dives could have been a little bit better. Definitely missed some chances to go Baron. We had 3 different chances for Baron. We had checkmate in top and in bot. So we had definitely winning positions. So some things to take away from this that are good. You would pick Vlad into the worst games. Yeah. Excuse me. Dude, 37 years not having allergies. I don't know. Maybe maybe it was 30 and I've like started to get it, but I always thought I was just getting sick. Thanks, Blitz. All right, who else should we get? Should we get some? I went onto this so I can get access to more champions. I want to get some reps in on Shen in particular. I actually want to test a few limits about the Shen jungle. Let me see. Did I miss anything? Just need this push since people have noticed me saying I'm best Vlad and it even had. So Elite is Elite in EU West. How we met? It was probably on OG Tarzan. The I don't spend enough time on that, and I haven't been jungling a lot recently. But jungling we got to Diamond with one tricking. Let's see, Trundle we made it. Amumu made to 0 LP, and Karthus to 0 LP. So we're still very comfortable on those. But no, just in game, I pop around here. Basically, I play variety. I do a lot of things. I give myself little challenges, and most of my friends are silver and gold, so I don't mind hanging out down here, having some fun. The dedication it takes to get to higher levels is pretty intense, especially for someone like me. Distracted. Dad first. Dad first. Gamer second. Dad first. Coach second. Gamer third. And retired Playboy fourth. All right, so we're going to show you Shen in the jungle. Shen is something that has been good, was playable, even got played in pro, but always had a little bit of trouble in the jungle because of the length of the clear. Right, it takes a phenomenally long time for Shen to get through jungle camps. That hasn't been true this season. Right now that you have AOE clears, the single target burst that he has on his Q is actually quite nice. Early Bomby Cinder is enough to get all the rest of the damage, and then there's plenty of other iterations. You can go Jackshow with Demonic Embrace, you can go Titanic Hydra, although that's more for pushing waves, less necessary as a jungler. So we're going to do this. We're going to go Aftershock, not Grasp, because Grasp is something that you're proccing in lane with your Q resets and getting the extra range. We don't need that. Shield Bash is still really good, so we're still going to go for the green Pokemon. Second Wind is also much worse because you're not trading in lane, so we can swap that out. Revitalize is actually fantastic in the jungle because of the jungle buffs that you get. It also helps with the strength of our ult. Armor is fine, although health gives us more late game scaling. It also scales after about level 4, so we're happy to do that. And this is kind of the contentious one about what to do here. Jungle Shen ends up being protection for a split pusher most of the time, or a split pusher himself. So we're constantly kind of looking about like, where are we moving around the map? Is it going to be like this? Do we just do something like that? This is best for like Heartsteel setups. It's less good if you're going Sunfire Demonic Embrace, because you're not really getting the item cooldown off of it. But we'll stick to something that's a little bit more standard like this. Also, you can go Zombie Ward to help create nets of wards as you play. Do I do more for Academy? Yes. So the Academy is basically people that want to full-time go in. So we're setting up, we're creating everything from workout routines, talking to nutritionists, talking to the sports psychologist, creating regimens for what to do. And it's really like a full-time thing for someone that's absolutely seeking scholarships or pro play. So if that sounds like you, then we can talk about it for sure. Yeah, and Fire told me that he's like rank 15 in Apex. That's pretty sick. So he must be pretty good. It must be pretty fast. Zoomers, man. And in fact, Zoomer confirmed because he was carrying on a conversation with me in Discord while he was in game. And I only realized about 8 minutes in, I was like, wait a second, you're in game, aren't you? And it's like, all right, just pause, finish your game, we'll talk later. That downtime, right? When you're recalling, that's really good time to reset mental and to like figure out where you're gonna be, what the game plan is. Tempting to go here. This will help to clear a little bit. This will keep us significantly healthier going into the build. So we'll try here. Full AD comp plus Orianna means that we're going Anathemas and a fairly standard like Sunfire setup. We use Anathemas on the Orianna. Iceborne Gauntlet is fantastic into double AD carry, and this is triple AD carry. So ranged 1, 2, 3 quadra range. Iceborne Gauntlet is easily going to take the cake. So we're going to go with Sunfire into Iceborne and Anathemas. We're going to be clearing in. We're trying to swing this Renekton Teemo matchup, which is pretty volatile. Teemo does win. He can space against Renekton very easily, and he can get blind off in response to E1. And if he does that, then there's no chance of being plugged. Unfortunately, he might... No, it doesn't look like he's a fill. It's just a balanced player. Probably Q's fill because he doesn't get any mid lane. Echo versus Orianna. This is going to be one of those matchups where Assassin versus Mage heavily favored if the Mage can get poke in and if the Assassin loses any health. So Echo is going to be trying to preserve health and then go for like an all-in combo, protecting himself with the W, and then once he does that, he can back out, and 2 iterations should be enough to get the job done. Now this is a slightly higher ranked game, so we'll go over here. We're going to consider more about fighting for prio in the bottom side of the map, especially since we have Misfortune Nautilus versus double range. We'd like to secure this area for them. This hides... Oh, this is JV. Don't go here. Just drop a ward and come on over. This is a real invade path. This right here, we call this JV because walking down, there's no answer, right? If the enemy team does the same thing that you do, you gain no advantage. And because that's true, you're never going to get anywhere without them just being worse. And if they're worse, great, they're worse. But we can't really do anything right now because Misfortune is AWOL, and that's okay. Now, ideally, I wouldn't actually go into this final bush. If you're in high elo, you don't take this final bush unless you have 4 members, at least 3, to come over here, and probably the 4. I'm not even going to waste time with the sweeper. We're just going to pop back. I don't need a leash either. I'm going to give them the signal to push. I'll take this by myself. Also, no one warded this area, so I have to be a little bit more cautious. Ooh, you know what? Maybe we get a kill here. Get a kill. Flash auto. I don't have Q for my clear. Oh, yeah, I didn't mean to take it. I tried to actually click away, but the kill will be okay. This will be a really fast Bomby Cinder. This means that we will just get E into here. The first clear is going to be tremendously slow. God, look at that pitiful damage. Oh my gosh. I think they should push and reset, right? Because she's going to have 350 gold. She's got 200 from the... 100 from the assist. Alright, a little trick you can do on any kind of melee clearer here. I'm just going to do circles around, and basically this little minion's never going to hit me. I'll choose to let him hit me once, and we go like this. And this is what we were talking about. This used to be a major weakness for Shen, but now, ever since the changes of the jungle critters, you're totally fine. Well, let's see. Do we have to come over here? Probably. Looks like they got their crash in. We're going to shadow the crash. Make sure that the enemy jungler is not popping over. Things were a little bit anxious early, so we didn't get a chance to look out. That was a bad habit of mine. Looks like Renekton warded out here, so we'll just keep that in mind. So let's see, 410. Of course. Literally only ever say helpful things and still get chat restricted because people are like, you talk too much. Verbal abuse is like, all we're saying is that going to dragon is bad here. And they're like, Brr. All right, so we can take our... no, we can't. This way is coming back out. Totally viable to just watch that play. Make sure that there's no interaction coming from the enemy jungle. I'd like to help them get their recall in. I'd prefer that they would have taken it a little bit earlier. I'd like to get Bomby Cinder before we recall. We're very slow behind on tempo here. We're going to go hold this wave. I doubt that he's going to do anything besides. Now, he has an opportunity to freeze, but he's not taking it. If he just recalls right there, he'd be able to spend his money and come back to a profitable situation. Oh, this is a mistake. I did not want to do that. What have I done? I was totally trying to press potion and ended up dashing. That's terrible. Old man hands. So now we're missing resources and losing, and Renekton's tremendously far ahead. We got problems. Alright, they're going to get a trade kill here. Probably two. Yep, good job, Nautilus.
An ally has been slain.
Imagine this is going to be taken. Yes, it is. Oh, Renekton, I really don't want to play towards his side of the map at all right now. This guy did in for it, and we also don't have flash, which is a problem. Okay, we're just going to help this guy push out. Pushing so you can get a reset, sir. Here you go. This is an important thing for junglers to do. Most laners are not used to it though, so they'll do what this Echo did, which is kind of complain about it. No big deal. Definitely bot lane's going to be our win condition, so we're going to keep on playing towards this. So you see what we did here, right? We got this push out. We get the bounce into the wave, and then it stagnates, right? Now Oriana's stuck in a tough spot where she's like, okay, I can take this push, but it is going to come back. She didn't do anything to manipulate that wave. Now what we're doing here is making sure that we're shadowing the winning lane. With mid lane gone, I can kind of do this with impunity. There's nothing really for them to do as a counterattack. They have seen me. Yeah, he saw me. Get this to reset. Meanwhile, we'll keep eyes on him as well. Now he's kind of stuck here. 4 versus 5 is a disadvantage, obviously. 80, 40. Got it. Now we don't have grasp, so we actually have a pretty minimalistic. Good, we got our stun here, and we got our slow, and no counterattack. Beautifully done. Well done by the Echo. Great angle. Unfortunately, bot lane took off, right? So that's potentially a problem, and it shows that they're not really thinking about what's next, right? What the implications of them leaving is. I'm actually going to come and just take this right away. Graves is going to be going to the other side of the map. Teemo actually managed to get a push in, and he's only down 5 CS, so he's in a good spot for himself. They came straight over. I don't know why I didn't expect this. I can't even say that I was baiting. That was just bad. I'm making multiple mistakes, which tends to happen a little bit, but we'll call this a bait. If we win, we'll just watch and regale in the glory of our teammates. They are significantly stronger. And so we're going to have a pretty late level 6 spike. Things have not been going well for us. Just mechanically we're playing poorly. Kind of surprising because we've been on a Shen binge. But, you know, just strategically we've had enough of an upside. Create small wins. Just need to execute them better. Bots can have no problem carrying from here. So we're just got to make sure that Graves stays out of their way. Nice. That turnaround kill is actually fantastic for us. Now we could take off of that. Because Graves is likely on the top side and bot lane is pushing and winning, we could take Dragon. It's not not impossible, but because of their low health and they've shown that they kind of just want to reset, they're probably good to do that. Not just that, but Misfortune is probably on Yumu's money right now, or Duskblade. We're just going to finish this camp, and we'll ult here if we need to. Oh, he got the ult off. I didn't think it was in range. Not bad, sir. We hide and try to, like, jump on this Orianna. So we might have E-Flash, though. 10 seconds from now, it's not going to take her that long to push. I'll just have to show, like, I'm really just holding the wave, but this minion wave's too low health, so we just have to clear. Now I can do this little trick right here. I'm going to pull the minions. And now this is going to stagnate for my Echo. Okay. Not only that, but I get to play back onto the strong side of the map, and we get to consolidate and clear these wins. Give them the all-in signal.
Unstoppable.
I'm going to go be willing to dive with them or counter up here. Graves is on the Rift Herald, almost guaranteed. So we'll be able to take his bot side, or his east side camp. The Echo should be staying on, strafing to the right side of his lane. They actually hover over here. I can just grab the wave and let them finish this. They didn't want to press up. Lock him up for the Nautilus to get a free hit. Get this kill. Give to Misfortune if we can. Couldn't, but that's okay. But no, they're more than strong enough to do this. Echo, unfortunately, showing for any amount of strength here. Right, there's no reason to get caught out by those two. We do have E-Flash for the Orianna, which should be enough for a kill. I wish that instead of spam pinging, he were letting me know if her ultimate were up. And let's take a look at bot lane, make sure that they're good. Zero counterplay. We do have a Graves coming. Turn, don't even need to. Just the threat of having my ultimate is enough here. And this is what makes the jungle pick so good, right? Just omnipresent. I missed it. Oh, he almost got hit here too. I might dive on top of this Echo's head to go for this kill. We're going here to secure the extra forms of crowd control. I missed. How did I miss? Oh my gosh. User error. This is why we suck. Just gotta do it better. I actually gave him a way out too, and I was looking to counter his dash by dashing. Just missed both windows. Alright, we have Sunfire. This is actually a little bit of reach. Don't really need to be taking this. We're going to go for speed to take these two camps. We'll get extra boots off of this as well, plus extra vision. we're just gonna shadow this play. We're not big right now, but it should be enough damage with a Misfortune ult. Oh, she's got lined up auto Q. She's playing fantastically. Love it. She's doing great. Let's see. Misfortune can take this blue buff. She's going to be low on mana after completing that. And he'll play really good, like way higher than silver, but he likes to mess around. Yeah, that makes sense. Especially if he's a high octane player in another game. So he probably uses this game as a way to wind down, you know? Alright, we can't really wait to get more items here. This is way too late that we've waited, but we will have some upgrades. This team of full AD normally would go here, but because against balanced teams, you go for Lucid Boots, but against stack teams, we're just going to go stack that plate armor. We'll get the Thorn Mail later. Okay. Like this. Getting him, baiting him to take some aggro. I think we're going to get all the kills here. Easy. Alright, now we can take Dragon, so I want Misfortune to stay on this turret, though. This is actually really good that the Teemo is going for the Shroom build right now. By going Leandries, you're actually ensuring that you're going to scale, whereas when you go Nashor's Tooth and you fall behind, especially against all AD, all range teams like this, they're just going to fight you for it, right? And they'll be able to kill you because you're behind. This will make it so that when he drops Shrooms all over the place, this fairly low health team is going to get into a lot of trouble. Just going to hide this. We're zoning from the rest. Nautilus into Misfortune is a good combination. Gonna make sure that these guys stay alive. We're okay, we're okay. We're dead. That's okay. We got strong side. We got some effects on the other sides of the map. Teemo should absolutely be considering pushing here. Versus this team, are we actually going Iceborne Lat? Doesn't really help our clear as much. The Bramble Vest is very good as an initial buy. Sheen actually helps the clear quite a bit. So let me think. I think we're gonna go just like this and this. Now we're gonna be clearing bottom to top. You know what? Let's just go straight Rift Herald. Macro is a matter of seconds, so if we just go to our bot side camps and get nothing, then we're not punishing them for being on the other side of the map. We know that 3 of the members on their team just recalled, the ones that survived that fight. They want to shop. 2 of them showed up in bot lane, and Graves is showing on the map. So all of these are kind of checking all the boxes as to whether or not we should take this fight on a Rift Herald. There's nothing really to be gained in the Eastern Quadrant because that's where they're strong. So we're going to go where they're weak. This way we'll still be in position to help. Now, not having Lucid Boots is kind of a pain in the butt because we don't have the extra smites, we don't have the extra ultimates to go off. So we could have considered potentially still going Lucid Boots, especially with all the armor that we're rushing early. We need to be able to take the Renekton off of the Misfortune. That is the one task I'm going to be saddled with. Beautiful damage. I could have maybe stepped up in here, but I still just want to make my presence occult. Does Misfortune want this? She doesn't want this turret? Okay. Hey. Alright, I have E-Flash. Are they ready? Let's wait for the minions. We'll drop this as a decoy. We'll be able to get triple kill here. I should buy him enough time to get out. Okay, didn't get the maximum, got some. Renekton's getting pretty big though, this is kind of scary. You know, it's just got to go into shroom and leave mode. Oriana's bottom. The good thing that they have is no teleport means that we can absolutely win this game. With the Shen macro as well, right? The fact that they have no teleports is actually a pretty big saddle for them. We've got our upgrades. 2200, that's what we're looking at. Dragon as well. Alright, let's get our shop in. We've already got the mid push going. Teemo's got bot coverage. Senna's up top. And Echo got the one-sided kill. Beautiful. We're going to maximize our strength right now for this fight. Could have brought another control ward. Would never be wrong to do that. We're just going to come straight here. Misfortune doesn't need to check against Graves, although it'd be fine. Just want him to push mid. The fact that Teemo just killed Ori is a pretty big bonus for us. He's got a big advantage. Caitlyn is itty-bitty, as all Caitlyn's are. I want her to step up. I want this guy to commit. Alright, good use of flash by the Renekton, but you don't have that anymore. We have Graves coming though, and no Echo. We've got problems. Echo is going to be here in time. Alright, we're going to get the shutdown on Renekton. Maybe? No, we're not. Oh, no. And he gets the ultimate. Beautiful. Okay. Not the cleanest, but it's okay. Senna dead. Nautilus Misfortune dead. Oriana's in the wrong position. Echo needs to recall. They're calling to pull this out. Alright, I'm going in. I'm going to start tanking this. This is ours to have. Alright, my W's down. We need to be a little bit careful of this. No. We just go here. Straight here. Baron is free. We have waves pushing. Everything's in the right spot. Echo can even push bottom, and this is okay. Sweeping for vision. We've got the control ward. Team's not coming, so we probably have to adjust. But we do have this. No! Don't take that. Okay. Alright, you don't want to take that because that was our way to get in without being seen. Alright, we're going to peel for our team here. Got 2 kills already, and we're about to get a third. Alright. We get the middle. They can even take this, but that one will die to minions anyways. So we'll get the global bonus. Should let him take the aggro when he's got the shield up. Misfortune, please come over. Thank you. I'll go take care of this. And he's got no stuns. We got him. And we keep the aggro, so we're good. Alright, beautiful. This is best case scenario here. $1,100, we've got Iceborne Gauntlet completed. Let's make sure that we've got the wards as well. And potentially part of a cloth armor. Part of Bramble Vest. I don't think I actually need to itemize against the Oriana at all. She's so small, so I'm not going to need this Anathemas. So instead, we're just going to go straight into Thornmail and use the extra health as the way to tank against everything. So now we become a split pusher as Shen. We have imminent threat everywhere. We've got the ultimate up, and while that's true, we kind of tick all the boxes. Now we can just be here, let Teemo and Echo split push, which it looks like they're trying to do. So I'm not going to fight him for it. I'm going to hover the misfortune. Not even going to take this camp yet. Doesn't really give me anything. I'm not close to buying anything. Leave up the resources for my team. Now, ideally, they would have slow pushed this. You do not want to waste that wave so quickly because we want to stack the wave. We're good. Hold. Teemo backed. So we're okay to like, let's see what's going on down bottom. Take this fight. Doesn't look like we can. No, I did not just do that. That guy's dead. Wow, we actually had objective shutdowns. That Renekton's huge. Oh yes. Oh yes, this is a beautiful attack. Hit the Senna. Beautiful. Root her. And we taunt. We give the kill to Misfortune so she can carry. Now check this out. This is an important part about ending games, alright? You have a shield. Use it. We can use our body to melt the wave. We don't need anything else here. We'll kill the Graves because he's free, and then we'll come back and peel for the Renekton. Here we go. No, how... Wow. She died to the spells. The combination of the empowered Q plus the Graves ult, it looked like. Unlucky. That's a tough one. Graves. Black Cleaver, maybe. There's a chance I actually, well, I mean, not just a chance. I could have bodied with more autos than what I did. Now we're looking for cooldowns. Renekton's ultimate is coming back up. Yeah, alright. So Teemo's not putting any... There we go. Beautiful. Alright, the blinds in response to the stun is what we just talked about. The correct prize here is mid. We can take dragon after. Mid first, dragon after. Echo being here to shadow against it. Alright, the bad use of Teemo shrooms. You want to use Teemo shrooms to cover your paths. You see how we have nothing left on the map? You want to be able to cover paths that go the rest of the way. Now, another thing we could have done, I have 20 seconds on mine. I could have gone and taken this, but again, this is just gold. So in gold, a lot of these people don't really understand what the macro plan is. So if I go dragon, they'll go dragon, and the much more important prize is to get the inhibitor. My ult's coming up, so I'm comfortable to go farm. Everyone on the team is together. There's nothing to gain here, guys. We really need to be pushing a lane. Looks like we have an angle here on the Caitlyn. She's about to die. Alright, I'm going to cut this guy off. Nautilus has got him cut off as well. Just don't miss any spells, just auto attack. No retaliation. We're going to go pick up the wave, although there's no wave to get, really. It's big enough that it's pushing out, which is kind of a problem. Don't have enough to end 5v3. Alright, so I'm just going to attack move click there. That'll send my champion over there. Don't give Senna stacks. This is just hubris. There's no reason to play like this. Is that a Orianna ultimate? Can't tell because of the skins. But giving Senna stacks is giving them a way out of this game, right? Now I'm going to help to get the waves in. We've got cover fire. This is up. Echo with some neat ins and outs. Looking to cover. We've got Senna, so we push this as a team. No. More hubris. Which means that now we have to go come over immediately. We tried to stun, it's down. I have Bramble Vest going to, I just win this. Alright, we got his Hex Drinker. There's the ultimate. That's a misfortune. Alright, that's a good trade. Oops. That was an Orion. Oh my goodness. This person is griefing. Oh, he just ulted for that kill. He's got to be very careful right now. He's on no mana. Do you see the strengths, right? Like, we don't give up. We don't give up the clear speed that we used to, right? It used to be a tremendous amount. Now, when you're full build on Shen, you can just straight up tank this thing. There's nothing to worry about. All you need is 1 DPS to get it done reasonably quickly. Or if you're going Demonic Embrace is actually exceptional at killing this very, very quickly. So when you're playing against tanks, you can go like Jack-Show, Demonic Embrace, Sunfire, and Abyssal Mask, and it's a fantastic spread of your resources to make sure that you're dealing tons of damage and you're hyper threat against tanks. But against carries, we want to have this Iceborne Gauntlet split. $1,900. I just want to let my team know that I really, really want to buy this before I show up to this fight. Either way, I'm covering them. I'm there, even though I'm not. Not just that, but I actually have a level 16 ultimate as well. Here's the Renekton, so I'm not even going to cast my R here. I have to go on the Echo, keep him alive long enough. Beautiful. Best of all worlds. We can just tank for turret here. Now this right here is another Shen trick. You just put it right in the middle. Supers are going to stack for you. You just get to punch the turrets while tanking, helping your team out to avoid any kind of damage. Misfortune doesn't need to spend any amount of time on that inhib. Like, it's nice, but it doesn't actually do anything. Alright, we didn't get our Thornmail. Shucks. Wow, Echo's a little big. A little bit big. So there's a taste of Shen jungle. I don't really have enough time to do another, so I'm gonna pop into TFT, I guess, and chat. Oh, we didn't drop the link in post game. We're scrubs. How many TFT players we got here? Few things nice and simple here. Good to see lots of chat coming from Twitch and Kick. What's up, guys? Thanks for hanging out. Excuse me for the allergies. Nothing I can really do against it. You know what? Let's do this. This is really good for snowballing compositions where you build items early. You try to take leads, and then you use those kind of omnipresent items. One of the best strategies to this is to get early Bloodthirster and Titan's Resolve, which are so strong on many different champions. Basically all the melee carries can use it, so we're going to try to roll like that. Now, if we don't get it, other items that are sort of omnipresent, Sunfire, Warmogs, Hand of Justice, even Giant Slayer and Gitsus, right? So any combination of those items is going to be nice. What is someone pinging already? Talking about. All right, anytime that we can, we put Cho'Gath into play. Best to do it with someone who deals less damage. See if he can get 2 casts off. Ideal. If he gets 2 casts off, then suddenly he's much bigger health-wise than he would be normally, so it's really good for snowballing. We used to go with the extra spatula builds. I kind of like those, honestly. I think it's more fun than just race 9. Build whatever comp. Feels kind of lame to me. Speaking of do whatever, we've got a really solid basis to some of our best composition right here already. Happy to go like this. Try to get Cho'Gath again to get a cast off or 2. We'll go get these guys as far away as possible. Not really trying to build anything with Slayers, although we have a Zed in the shop. Challengers got nerfed and it still gets contested, so I think we can kind of shape up like this. If we get more gold, the reason I'd normally want to be flexible with these, but it doesn't really matter at this stage. Oh, this one's so good, especially with Invokers. We're going to go Combat Caster. Not just this, but you get a shield, and the shield stacks with your Targon bonuses, so we basically already have our comp in line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 extra gold. Not enough to get there unless we win. So do we fight for a win streak? Do we fight for a win streak? Fight for a win streak. If we were going to do it, number 1 path would be Bruisers. Go like this. We're going to get scaling off this guy, and we're going to go... Ekton's going to get the Hand of Justice? No. Lysandra should actually be up here, and Soraka probably like right over. Well, actually, it should be Soraka, Lysandra, and then Bruisers. This will get the most value out of our front line, and the big chomps. Maybe Hand of Justice actually would be better on somewhere else. Make sure at the if you don't have a magnetic, yeah, you just get one each round, so you can just move your items freely. Soraka is like the best unit in the game on stage 2, right? She just outscales everyone's damage. It's not even close. Okay, we're gonna win streak. This also means that we can move this over, give these items to Acted. And this is the power of these like omnipresent items. They're just gonna be good no matter what. Redemption, too niche, right? Even Guardbreaker, too niche. Even though we basically always want Guardbreaker on our teams at some point because the stats it gives are so incredible. Maybe that one would have been good enough, actually. But the shields don't happen, right? People don't have Strategist early. And people don't play units that gain shields. There's not many poppies flying around. Alright, so we're in a really good position to win streak. 2 Bruiser, 2 Invoker is kind of like one of the best combinations you can start with early. Getting 2 stars would obviously be very nice. Alright, decision time. Decision time. We have 1 stars here, but 4 challengers. That's kind of scary. We have Early Void, which is the scariest for early leveling. And we've got Noxus, which also is scary because they've got 3 wins under their belt. So, do we contest? Do we play for a high here? think we're just going to go level, try to play for consistency. We'll just take those. If we buy the kale, you know, we'll buy the kale. Probably better is sell the kales and get the Zed. Gives us more flexibility for later. We're in really good spot again with the Soraka. We can just leave this. Bastion is also an option here. I'm going for the second Zed because if there's a Zed on this carousel and we get a 2-star Zed, we just play it. Right, and that'll make some transitions into some of the Ionians a little bit easier. Everybody else lost. Interesting. Alright, not much to gain from Spatula. Ionia bonus is this, like, basically the strongest thing you can do all game. Warmogs is very good. And it's on 3 gold. Wouldn't mind having Tier to get blue buff. But Warmogs is like the ubiquitous goodness, especially when we've got Bastion on our team. So Shen is going to benefit largely from this. There's definitely an argument for Lissandra with a Tier, though. We're going for it. Because we're win streaking, we're popping this thing out as well. We're going to go for our 5-0 start. We may have been able to do it anyways, but a couple people going 5, and specifically the Void player going level 5 was kind of disconcerting. But we should be good for easy stomps here. This was a risky play because if we lose, then we definitely lose this interest spike. But maintaining the win streak is more valuable. Suppose we actually could have gone for a 3 Slayer angle as well. Wow. Teemo 2. Huh. Well, if we win, we're hitting 30 as is, and I think we're strong enough to win anyways here. Ooh, that Sunfire kind of... Yeah, we're doing it. In part because I kind of wanted to stick with Jhin. Jhin I could have just plopped in anyways, but Jhin is really nice with Ashe, and Ashe is one of the units that can help carry us through mid-games with this composition as well. Alright, we're playing second place guy. This is probably best case scenario for us to take this guy down a peg and win beautifully, comfortably. Cost us 1 gold to do it. And another gold for building a Teemo that we're going to be selling, but it does open up some avenues for us with Multicaster and with Strategist. Strategist also another great synergy for Targon to get that extra big shield. Here we go. Do we do it? How many bonuses do you have? This guy's fairly tanky already. This just gives us more tankiness. This is like having Bruiser, but better. Say set, there's basically no way we play set. I probably could, yeah, you know what, I should have kept Cho'Gath here just to see, like, if he gets multiple executes and gets up even in health. I think we're going to be moving. We don't need you, don't need this. We are going to take the Invoker, though. Maybe means we take this as well. Hey, you know what, if we, well, this is okay. If we lose a couple, that's fine. Argon Bastion. How much do we need this? Well, we go here. Now we're just a infinity edge away from best items on Aphelios. Go for extra invokers and Targon. That means Strategist is out. Now Targon Strategist, like we said, would have been good. Probably should have considered keeping that a little bit longer. 5. But this makes for a very clear early win. Gonna start moving Lissandra up into the front line. Tuck her behind the Taric. I want her to get hit, right? Knowledge download 22. Oh my goodness. Extra Targon is wonderful. The boss, we're definitely re-rolling. Gain a Titan's Resolve. Your Titan's Resolves can continue stacking to 35 instead of 25. That's kind of garbage. 22 XP. The fourth Targon is less important to the comp than other things. Oh, your units gain 20 extra mana, but we're already Targon. But you know what? We've got the spellcast augment, so we're going to synergize. We're going to roll with that. All right, now level 6, we've got a decent composition, but we've got a lot of 1-stars. So especially at 3-4, we're going to have to power up. Our team is not strong enough to carry through there. With gold augments, so we're doing all right. This Renekton's incredibly strong. So we don't really want to move on from him unless we have a good replacement, and we want to do that at level 7. Get these guys for later. Now, if we hit like a random Shen, that could be enough of a reason to start moving forward with carries. I really want to find Ashe, though. 4 Invokers is pretty important to us since we're getting such good synergy with Infusion, Combat Caster, and the likes. So we can actually go like this. I'm going to put Tarek in between the 2 mages that I want to keep up a little bit longer, and Galio is just a little bit further. Renekton can be off by himself, trying to get a big bonus. Angel of Eden is going to be our big competition. This is totally fine for us. 3 people fighting in this direction, although we're kind of spread out, but so are they, right? So anyone who frontlines to frontline, it means that the fights are going to spread out enough that we should be okay. And this Renekton should be able to get a lot of mitigation. The problem is that we don't have focus fire for something like this Swain. So we're actually kind of worried that the Swain might carry. But it does look like we can kill the peripherals before he can kill Renekton. So we're good here. And we should have enough gold to take a pretty big spike on 7 here. The question will be now whether or not to stick with this composition or go for a fast 9, because we got this beautiful head start on the game. Affinity Edge is our target, which means that Sword is our target because Sparring Gloves is more contested. But we're obviously taking the other half. We also got 1 Sparring Gloves early in the game, which means that we're less likely to get more. So all the stats tell us that we should take Sparring Gloves here. Here is our second choice. And it wouldn't be wrong to go get half of like Sunfire as well, but that's less important to us. Alright, 32 gold. We can go down to 35 and play Jhin. This would allow us to continue stacking the snowball. We also have a really good angle right here. Jhin is going to be against our main competition. Has a really good angle. This one not so much, so it looks like right here is our best spot. We'll go right there. We'll even give him this. And so we spent 3 gold to do this, right? We're going to lose 1 gold on this iteration, or 2 gold on this turn, but we're keeping our win streak, which is paramount, right? Like, you absolutely keep the win streak is worth an extra 4 gold. If I lost, I'd be losing 4 gold, right? So if you think of it that way, where I spent 2 gold to gain 4, the question is whether or not it's definitely happening. But you can see these fights, right? I told you my team had a lot of 1 costs. We weren't necessarily going to be able to carry these middle fights, and yeah, there it is. We actually lose despite spending. So that's the worst case scenario, where we shop and don't make our goal. That's tragic. But the added bonus is we get some shops here. Ooh, that's one of the best shops. And since we lost, we're actually okay to recover some of our formation. What do we want this on? Suppose it's going to go on to Shen. We have the removers, so I'm just going to put it on the one guy designed to tank the side of the fight the most. Definitely don't mind getting that Aphelios to plug in. That loss means that we can preserve some of our gold. And we're going to go for a big shopping spree on 4-1. I'm actually quite surprised that they were able to chew through the damage through the guys as easily as they were. Of Tarek, we're going to see a lot. Looks like we have a handful, or at least 3 people playing for Shurima with auction. You guys can transition into challengers. Here we go. That's one of the guys. We have a full skilled. Oh, that's a full Kale. This guy's not even level 6 though, so he's not even getting the big bonus out of her. We'll hold on to this Azir for a moment, but we're definitely willing to unload it. Not needed. Beautiful. Look at that. Best case scenario. All right, we said we were rolling. Got a 2-star Galio. Don't need to go much further with that. Got our Ashe, which can replace here. And actually, because we're seeing so many of these Lissandras, get our Freljord bonus in play, and that'll do for now. Alright, so with this composition, let's see, an extra Invoker, we basically just want Shen, and we want to hit level 8. So we're going to ship all the things. We could go Karma as well. Lissandras are not particularly valuable to level up, so we're going to use this as a chance to unload these. Karma we're willing to sell if we need to. Looking for Shen in the next shop. But you see, by rolling and spinning, you know, we went down to about 25 gold and then just sell off the rest. We can get bonuses to our team. Still have a handful of low-cost units. Love this one. Ooh, love this one too. This one opens up the potential to get Ahri into our team. I'm gonna just go here and spike up. Done. Found it. Now, do we want to go any further? Do we want to go any further? I'd like to get this Aphelios. All cost 3-star already? Jesus. There we go. Now we're picking up Karma, which we don't actually need. This is the maximum. We wouldn't go under 10 gold here anyways. But our team is very spiked. We've got the 2-star Aphelios. We've got other units to get in play. Karma 2-star ready to plop in. We could also go, and basically this is once we find Ahri, then we can get Aeonia and other bonuses. We can also move this Galio out, put the Karma in. Galio is an extra frontliner, which helps Aphelios to carry, but Karma is an extra source of DPS to help melt through frontline, so kind of depends where everybody else is at. Beautiful. About time for us to start spreading out our front line. Recost Sona and Vel'Koz. Wow, this guy went 6 and hyper rolled. Trade sector, frequent flyer. Yep, okay. Okay. Yep. Need combination. Now we're going to give the Warmogs to a Bastion. It's Bastion and Invoker, so Shen is basically gaining all the advantages here, plus he's got the mitigation coming from Aeonia, so we want to get him the bonuses. He's going to get the rest, right? Ionic Spark and Sunfire, things like this, maybe Dragon's Claw. So here, and Karma. Karma. I'm not comfortable putting Karma in yet, because Sejuani and Shen are still 2-star, or still 1-star, and right? So too many of these guys are low, so we're going to keep Galio. Once we're done with that, though, we need to make sure that we have enough damage, and we're going to go that way. So we're probably going right here. This goes into Dragon's Claw and into Ice Cream Cone and into Ionic Spark. So we're happy with all the items that we can complete. Ooh, tantalizing. Okay. Sejuani 2 being picked up. Alright, so we may have to wait for this guy to get knocked out. This guy went for 7. This is a very common combination, right? Added frontline, you get the Deadeye. This is the meta comp. Bastion, Ionia, Belveth. This is a meta comp, right? Going 9. Belveth for carry. You just get this guy knocking people off the edge, and you just go for good synergies late. A fast 9 is always going to be good. We'll plop this out. Another thing you can do with this composition that you can't do with all of them, or with this, not composition, but with Shifting Sands, you can just always plop your items off. By popping items off, you're just always good to turn around and just put them onto units. So you can take your tank and just like reassign your tank based on positions. It also means that Shroud of Stillness is particularly great. We went left to right. We kind of got beat by a 2-star, very early 2-star Cassante, which is a pain in the butt. We didn't see that, didn't position for it. We got punished by it. Most people are playing right to left, so let's off. Got a lot of 3-stars here, which makes me kind of worried about my damage totals. This is a way to help protect against some amount of Cassante playing, right? It takes a little bit longer for the Cassante to get you to the other sides here. The problem is this one, Jarvan. But this should also help with our focus fire, making sure that these frontline tanks are getting ripped apart as best as possible. Very unfortunate for that guy to be up that far. Well, luckily we have a big health shield. We are going to go for a 3-star Aphelios. If we go 9, we can just add Ahri to this team. You get Sorcerer and Ionia, get the bonuses. Shen will be really strong. Karma becomes a secondary carry. We need our tanks to get a little bit stronger here. Sandra 3-star. That's usually a waste of resources. The other option to go is to go with Rise over the Karma, because she's not getting any bonuses right now. The better carry than Karma is, so we're going to go ahead with that. That plan kind of scratches the Ahri, no big deal. Now we meant to actually pull the items off of the Shen, ran out of time. What did we get loot from? Oh, is that from the Rise? Is that the Rise's ability here? Create a portal to Shurima, summoning a sand tornado that travels across the battlefield, dealing damage and to enemies and stunning them up. Tornado has a chance to unearth buried treasure. Alright, has nothing to do with our AP, but we do want to get the cast off as often as possible. Alright, we have a plenty big HP cushion, so we're not going to stretch for these. It would be nice to get another Shen or a Rise. Don't want to group up for those guys. This is the guy I'm about to play. Alright, hopefully we get the Kaisa to just gum up on the Shen. This Yasuo's going to skip over, which is kind of a pain. But Aphelios is ripping into him. Let's see. Got the Tornado coming. Big AoE, big knockups. Love it. And we get treasure from it. Don't think we're going to win this fight, but if we do, we'll get an extra bonus. Rise another cast? Nope. Yikes. Alright, now we need to start hate drafting as well. We've got Belveth, Nasus. Multiple people going for 2-star. That's the same guy. Alright, so one Swain that we'd like to pick off. And it looks like we get our win here and a knockout. Beautiful. Next items are going for Rise. We'd like to get like Spear of Shojin would be best. The extra AP is not really important. If we don't get Spear of Shojin or possibly something like this, then we probably just leave it alone. This probably just goes on Shen anyway. Don't care about the AP scaling. Bramble Vest could also be intensely wonderful. Gone. That leaves Targon bonus. Alright, we go Targon bonus. It's extra health, extra shields, meaning that all of these shields that are coming from these liners are going to be great. Is selling Belveth to find this, so he's out of gold. He's not a threat for leveling things up. This guy got nice sequences. Lissandra, okay, he's going for crit on Lissandra. We want to definitely take away Akshan's Nasus. All right, put this back on the table. We want to fill the table with as much of the bad units, people that, you know, what they don't want. If they're going for Jarvans and Nasus and, you know, all these units, right, they're sharing 4 costs. We want to put the ones that they're not going for back in the pool. And only target the ones that we want. So specifically, I could even sell this Sejuani, although, in fact, they're not going for 3-star Sejuanis and they're playing Sejuanis, so just leave it out there. This guy's team is pretty good. Elios is not a great carry. You really need him to be 3-star to end the game. We're going to go one more round here, and then we're going to go all out. To ensure a top 2, hopefully, all we need to do is get like 2 more wins, and we get top 2. If we get the Aphelios, then we'll be top 3. Or top 1, I should say. Shen might also be enough, although this double shrink module is going to be a pain in the ass. Should also be swapping things around, which I'm not doing much of. Ryze should come to the corner, Soraka should come to the middle. Same thing, Aphelios versus Ashe. That way they're more likely to the Jarvan ults to hit the middle and not to hit the carries. And get your shield off. Ooh, almost. We are in crunch time. Also almost time to pick up the kiddos. We're at 6 health. We need one more big win. There's the Akshan. That's a problem. Do we take the Deadeye, the Urgots? No, the Urgot player's gone. Alright, Urgot's gone. This should just be 6 gold, so... Oh, fine, take it. We're not really blocking anything now. Jarvan's Jarvan got knocked out. The Jarvan got. All right, here we go. Definitely should have taken Jarvan's out of the pool. Hey, that was an Aphelios. Missed it. Shen will not be happening. This is a lesser champion duplicator, so it does absolutely nothing. If we survive this fight, which we also didn't move our units, big problem for us. Our carry's got bamboozled. And that's GG. Alright, not the worst. The Kale player ended up scaling into this game. Kind of want to see how this ends up. The Kale hyper roll. This guy put all of his eggs in the Poppy, Maokai, Kale basket. Then he just went Slayer. It's just like, alright, Slayer emblems, everything. Hasn't even found an Aatrox yet. I suppose part of this composition would also be finding extra Kleds and Zeds. The Kled bonus would be that you have the potential to have Yordle between the Techno Genius, right? But then you end up spending a lot of your money here on the upgrading the turret. That's 18 extra gold that you have to spend when you're Heimerdinger. But obviously it's very good. Just sort of like a transition. If you don't buy Freljord units, you can just buy Heimerdinger and recreate. So for the cost of 23 gold, you're just in a really good spot. Didn't even see who won that, but let's give them a shout out. Victory. There it was, multicasters, 3-star multicasters, uncontested. Got to build the Swain tank, had the strategist to go along with Heimerdinger for the debuffs, and then didn't even go with blue buff on Teemo, ended up with this, but this is fine, ends up with the blue buff. Oh, he didn't have 3-star Teemo. 3-star on Sona, so blue buff made a lot of sense. Ended up going with the cheapest item for damage here. So really good allocation of their resources. Getting the immediate Sona recast is really good. So props, good stuff. And we're end up just in time. Gotta go pick up the kiddos. So thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate you. Hello, Facebook. Hello, Kick. Catch you guys next time. We'll be on tomorrow. I'm doing a camp session again, or doing another one of our academy students from 10 to 12. So I will not be live until after then, after a little short lunch break. But sometime shortly after 12, we'll be live until 3 o'clock. I'll catch you again next time. Peace.